Good afternoon, Leanne. Here's your machine. I'm just going to do a double shot latte. Just do a blank shot before each use to clean it up and warm it up some more. Make sure you have the right amount. Make sure you have enough water, because if you don't, the machine will run dry. You wouldn't be happy. I like to run a blank shot, so as you saw, just press the double shot button and make sure you have the handle on, even your cup underneath. That will warm up the machine and clean any dirt. Once you do that, just grab a tissue, dry it up, and start grinding. The way I grind is, I have a scale and I like to calibrate it that way, but if you don't, it's pretty simple to do. A single shot is about 9 grams, a double shot is about 18 grams. So you put it in here. I've got the grind size at number 6 right here on the left. Smaller is finer. I've got the dose at about 12 o'clock. Let's see what that gives us. It should be about 9 grams per shot. You can keep it at double. I like to keep it at single and tamp it halfway. Okay, that's the first dose. Sorry about that. Press it down. That is about 9 grams, which is good. So I'm going to keep this at 1 o'clock, keep this at 6. That should be about 18 grams total. Make sure it's fine. If it's coarse, it wouldn't give you good pressure. If it's too fine, it would give you very high pressure, which isn't good. You should aim for about 12 o'clock pressure regardless. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, anything in that range. Cool. Once you tamp it, if you don't have a scale, once you tamp it, you should try to make it as deep as the silver part here on the cap. So that's after tamping firmly. It should only go this deep, not more, not less. Around, this is what it should look like. You can also use the razor tool to scrape off any excess. Clean the edge and put it firmly. Make sure it's not too tight, because if it's too tight, that would mean you've given it too much coffee. You can also calibrate the buttons here. So the way you do that is get your cup. I'm going to calibrate it for about 40 grams per gram, and then the button you want to program. Keep an eye on the pressure gauge. That's a bit on the low side, so it's about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. To increase your pressure, probably grind finer and make sure you use fresh beans. Stale beans will not give you good pressure. It's at number 5 now. I wouldn't recommend going finer than that because it's fine as is. Keep it at number 5, see how you go. This is my dose. That's about 45. It's a bit on the high side, but it has good crema, as you can see. With the pressure, this is the single wall basket. There's a double wall basket, which is called the pressurized basket, which is also included with this machine. That one makes it a bit easier because you don't have to grind correctly and dose correctly. That one will give you good pressure regardless, because it has only one hole underneath. So you could use that if you want to make your life easier, but it would taste a bit less authentic, I guess. I prefer the taste of the single wall, actually. After you're done, just run another blank shot to clean up any oils or grounds. This will also clean up your handle as well. But I'm going to keep it because my drip tray is about full and I need to empty it now. You know what? Let's do that now. The machine will drip water into the tray as as part of cooling down or warming up the machine. So don't press any buttons when taking out the drip tray. See here? This is where the machine purges extra water. So keep the tray when you're using the machine. Okay, yeah, this is how I clean the machine, so just run it like that. And every now and again the machine will say clean me, and that's when you run the cleaning cycle. So you put your tablet here, and run the cleaning cycle. It should all be in the manual. This will clean up all the oils and take the machine to full pressure, which obviously is normal. There we go, that's full pressure, no issues. Machine is more than capable of getting 15 bars of pressure. So the machine, in the cleaning cycle, the machine will do this over and over to clean any oils or grounds that are built up in the valve. And now let's do the steam. You can grab your milk jug. Fill the jug with a desired amount of milk. Usually it's just under the spout of the milk jug. That's sort of a good rule of thumb. You can even add any sugar or syrups before adding your milk. Sorry about the delay, just I'm halving my cup because I don't want to have too much coffee this late in the day. Yeah, so just turn on the wand, give it about 15-20 seconds. If you give it more time, it'll be even stronger, so do that. I'm just gonna, to froth the milk, I'm just gonna keep the wand close to the surface for about 20 seconds. I'm gonna keep it close to the surface and try to inject the air into the milk. That way it becomes frothy and creamy. You will hear it doing sort of a hissing sound. And then for the rest of the way, I'm gonna raise the jug and make sure I'm not injecting any more air. I'm simply heating up the milk. And then when it's too hot to touch, I'm just gonna stop it. That's very strong. So can you hear that? I'm injecting air now, so making that milk creamy and frothy. And then that's about 15 seconds. I'm going to stop, and then I've raised the jug now. I'm only spinning it around. I'm not injecting any more air. If I do inject more air, it will be too creamy and too bubbly, which I don't want. Maybe for a cappuccino you'd want to do that, but not for a latte. Once it's too hot to touch, I'm going to turn it off. Before going back to coffee mode, I'm just going to purge it, clear it out from any milk. It'll cool down now and go back to coffee mode. You'll see the buttons light up. Quickly grab a wet towel and wipe the wand straight away. You want to do this ASAP to prevent the milk sticking onto the metal. Otherwise, it'll be very, very difficult to remove later on. Clean it up like that, and as you saw, we did the purge, which is good. Cool. So here's my milk. Very nice. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna add a bit of sugar to it. tap the jug just to sort of break up any bubbles, swirl it around to mix, and there you go. That's a latte, and hope you enjoyed the machine. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask me, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.